Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. Today is kind of a weirder episode. We are releasing today on Friday, November 14th, with myself having to travel all throughout the week for work and weddings and everything like that. I was on the West Coast. It was very hard for me to set up a time with Kenny, because Kenny's also dealing with a sick kid. So thank you guys so much for bearing with us. Been a very weird week, and the way this episode is chopped up is also going to be a little strange. However, nonetheless, we'll be talking about the abysmal Falcons again. Same problems again. But in lighter news, some offseason stuff with Atlanta United. Some good news there. Some great news happening with the Atlanta Hawks right now as they build up momentum throughout the beginning of the season, and a little bit about the Braves as well. Thank you guys so much for listening, bearing with us with, life happening and everything like that. Appreciate you guys listening. Let's get it.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, Hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.
Hello, everybody. You might notice there's a little bit of a change of scenery here. We have Kenny out with his son is sick with a fever as of right now. So thoughts and prayers with him having to deal with an infant child going through a fever right now, because I can't even imagine how frustrating and how bad that might be. But I would like to go ahead and introduce a special guest we have here, Oliver Big O Kraemer, a.k.a. my older brother. Hey, Oliver, how are you?
What's going on, Kraemer? Good. Appreciate you guys for having me on. Excited to be here.
No, appreciate you so much for jumping on very last second. We did this specifically just to make sure we got an episode out. Been traveling all this week for work, so it was great that we were able to, find somebody to fill in last minute like this. So really appreciate you. As you guys might know, we're about to go into the deep, dark pits that is the Atlanta Falcons, but we will start off, as always, pay some homage to Kenny over here with This Day in the A, which, ironically, is something we have not seen in a very long time in Atlanta. Today, November 13th, marks the anniversary of 1978, the Falcons' very first debut entering the playoffs, their first ever playoff push.
Man, hope to see it again.
Yeah, something we hope to see more soon in the future than ever. But as of the way this season's going right now, that does not look very promising whatsoever. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this. I was in Vegas. I was at a wedding. With being on Pacific time, I didn't get to fully watch the game, but I went ahead and watched play-by-play highlights of it. Oh, go ahead and give me that first reaction, because I just got done watching it, and my blood is boiling, just like every week.
I'm hurt, man. I'm really hurt, because to watch a defense that you've been praying for years to thrive and just watch your OC plummet your offense, it's soul crushing. It is soul crushing.
It's so frustrating to see these rookies that we got on the team play their absolute heart out. I mean, they are balling out for the city. They're already acting like they're on contract years the way they're playing. I mean, with the tenacity that these guys are going with, I mean, we are on pace for 55 sacks right now in the season.
7 players had a sack last Sunday. 7 players.
That's 7 sacks is more than we had this time last year in total sacks for the entire team.
Well, let me give it to you this way. We have 29 sacks on the season, and it's halfway through the season. Last season, the entire season, we had 31.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
But yeah, like I said, we're on track for 55, which the franchise record is set at, I believe, 46-48.
I think we're getting that.
It would be the most Atlanta Falcons thing ever to absolutely reconstruct the defense, having Jeff Ulbrich and these rookies come in and us break a franchise record and still not make the playoffs.
Yeah. And it looks like the way the schedule is looking, we might just come up short again.
Yeah. So let's break down. What do you want to hit on first here? Because, I mean, we can talk plethora about the coaching. We've done that the past 2 weeks. It's getting repetitive at this point where it's just Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson are the two horsemen of death for an offensive scheme team. That's what it is right now.
Yeah.
These guys have all the talent in their hands. Can you imagine if Mike McDaniels had a team like this? The crazy schemes, the crazy stuff he'd be able to pull off. Look what he's doing with A-Chain, right? I mean, having Bijan Robinson would be astronomical. Astronomical. And then Drake London, it's just that man. He is that man. I've been preaching this all season.
He's the only man.
Yeah.
Darnell Mooney complains that he doesn't get the ball, and then once he gets the targets, he drops them. I mean,
there's also something else that Darnell Mooney does that I was noticing watching the clips of this game. He likes to put himself in this mindset thinking he's Tyreek Hill, and he does these back pedals once he catches the ball. He does these back pedals, and he kind of tries to get jiggy with it and run like a different route, and he gets stopped almost every single time. And I'm like, dude, just go forward. I understand you're not like the biggest
He's
guy.
Wide open on these targets too, and he drops them.
Yeah.
And then Pitts had that drop too, which was
the thing is, Kyle Pitts, we've been saying all season, Kyle Pitts has looked so much better and has significantly grown into the position we drafted him to do when it comes to either blocking or even the routes that this man has been running this season is incredible. Like the things that he's been doing shows that he wants to stay on the Falcons, clearly, because he understands that the offensive talent on this team has what it takes to take that next step.
Yeah, it's not a talent problem.
Absolutely not. It's a upper management. It's a coaching problem. We're beating a dead horse here. We've seen so many other coaching organizations do so much more with half the amount of talent that the Atlanta Falcons have, and it's just repetitive.
You know what this season is starting to give me vibes of? It's starting to give me vibes of Caleb Williams and Eberflus last season.
I mean, look at where the Bears are now. They got Ben Johnson, and they're an entirely different team.
I mean, completely flipped the switch.
Yeah.
Completely flipped the switch. The weapons are there. I mean, there's just no leadership. There's no leadership.
There's no accountability either. I mean, these guys are out here every week. It's the same spiel from the coaches.
I have to hear Raheem say, we have to find a way to win these games one more time. You're the head coach. Find a way.
So let's get into that, right? No timeouts, a little bit over a minute left. The big, nail in the coffin that killed us. 3rd and 18, right? 3rd and 20, something of the such.
Horrendous.
What was the two biggest issues we had with this game? Well, actually, there was a lot of issues, but the two biggest things that I've seen time and time again from this season is that we cannot establish stopping the run. We did it against James Cook, who was a top 5 running back in the league. We stopped him, and we stopped Josh Allen, which are significantly better.
Kind of shows you how valuable Diablo is, though.
That's true.
As soon as he went out, we've been getting gutted on the run.
Hey, you might as well be Kenny in that seat right now, because that man loves him some
Diablo. Is a man. Diablo and Ellis
is indeed the man.
The dogs of that defense.
Which I wish we got to keep Nate Landman, because he's balling out on the Rams right now. He's a captain.
Gosh.
I mean, he's a captain, and he's leading that team like crazy. We didn't want to pay him, and he goes to the Rams, becomes a captain in his first year.
He's going lights out over there.
He's forcing fumbles. He's making sacks. He's doing everything. But
it's like every other week he's Defensive Player of the Week. I swear.
Yeah, in the NFC, absolutely.
Yeah,
I've seen it. It's on my feed every time I look for NFL stats. But the big issue was, I mean, we're not stopping Daniel Jones. We know he's a mobile quarterback. I know
Dude.
nobody likes to admit it, but he's a mobile
No,
quarterback.
he's got some wheels on him.
He's got some wheels on it. And as much as, I hate to say it, like, he was running all over us. He was making these plays when it mattered to just completely make us look like idiots. And
I mean,
it's just a pattern we've seen week after week with mobile quarterbacks or very good running backs.
you have to contain. I mean, that point of the game, there's a minute and a half left. You just got a huge sack. Take him out of field goal range.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to put a spy or somebody.
I truly believe the Colts would have beat us by 2 touchdowns and a field goal if every other play they just did a check down to Jonathan Taylor, because we were not stopping that. We didn't stop it once.
Yeah, but who has stopped him this year? I mean, that man is
that's
MVP
fair.
caliber this year.
Yeah,
He's
he
unreal.
tied Edgar Wynn James's franchise record for touchdowns in the season with the Colts already. We're only in week 10 or through week 10. So it's just disheartening to see. But again, you're right. It's our linebacker core. And, you can put some on our pass or our edge rushers and everything like that. There was something I kept seeing in the game that we kept putting Walker into coverage. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it looked like they were just trying to throw off Daniel Jones.
Right.
Kind of push him out there like after the snap, kind of throw him off to read defenses. But, dude, that man has been a pass rusher phenom this year for us.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing. Let him do what he does best.
I 100%.
7 sacks in a game, the defense was there. And we have to stop falling asleep in the third quarter. My goodness.
We even had Jesse Bates wake up.
Yes, I know.
We even you know what was, if you want to have Tyler Warren, their amazing rookie tight end, go off on us.
Unbelievable.
That's okay. I get it. He's a big man. That's a hard guy to stop with our linebacker core a little bit damaged up. It's hard to go ahead and get that guy. Jonathan Taylor, if he wants to walk all over us, which he did, but okay, understandable. One of the best players in the league. But if you're going to have Alec Pierce in double coverage catch a touchdown on I get it. Like, Watts is a rookie. That's Alec Pierce. That's not T. Higgins, wide receiver 2.
No.
That's not
No.
Jordan Addison, wide receiver 2. That's Alec Pierce.
Well, you saw the week before when the Colts played the Steelers.
Yeah.
Their sole reason or pursuit on defense was make Daniel Jones beat us.
Yeah.
And that's what they did.
And that's what
they shut Taylor down and they won the game. But I mean, Diablo, those are big shoes to fill apparently, because the rushing defense has just fallen apart in these past few weeks.
Gosh. And it just makes me sad because it's people on the internet, they want to talk. They're always going to talk, but they're like, the Falcons defense isn't even that good. Look what they're doing and everything. I will say this week after week, if they have to be out there for 60% of the game, they're going to be tired. They're going to let up these big plays, because what else are they going to do? They're go to the sideline, hit the oxygen tank, and by the time that they go and sit down, take one breath, they have to go back out there on a 3 and out.
We went back to back, round for round against the Colts in the first half. Made it a close game. The third quarter this year has been absolutely abysmal. Every time the defense makes a stop, we're going 3 and out. We're not marching down the field. We fall asleep until they score again, and then all of a sudden the cylinders start rolling again. I don't understand it.
The only time we score points is when we want to play catch up. We can't put games away. We cannot put games away. And
when you have the opportunity, you don't take advantage of it.
I will address the elephant in the room too. Michael Penix just straight up did not have a good game. Less than 50% in his completions, only 177 yards, 1 touchdown. Which, given, this year, passing hasn't exactly been our strong forte. There's flashes of it, 100%. And I, don't, especially with the play calling, I don't discredit Michael Penix at all. But if you're going to throw for 28 times and only complete 12 of those, we're going to lose a game like that. That's what happens. And the other thing I want to touch on is that, it's like Zach Robinson kind of forgets that we have one of the best running backs in the league right now, that other top running backs, Jonathan Taylor comes up to Bijan after the game and says, "You're the next generation. What you're doing out there is crazy." Jonathan Taylor is saying that to our running back, and we could only give him the ball 17 times, 84 yards, no touchdowns. What's up with that?
It's like the Dolphins all over again. The worst rushing defense in the league, and we gave him the ball 5 times in the first half. I don't understand. Like, I get, like, we're dumping it off to Bijan all the time, but you can't just have. We're so obvious in the run game. If Tyler Algier is in, we're running.
Almost 90% of the time.
Yeah.
And given he is a bowling ball.
He is crushing it.
He had some angry runs this game, and I
they're
loved
a tandem.
it.
They're a tandem. He's a big bruiser. We love that.
But you got to space that out a little evenly, and you know what? Like, that's fine if we're not going to give Bijan those more opportunities and more carries, then we got to get him more receptions. 2 receptions for 4 yards? He's a pass-catching running back.
Correct. But
two passes? 2?
What concerns me is I'm not liking the pocket presence from Penix right now.
Well, we got a pretty banged up offensive line.
It's a banged up offensive line, but
I don't like that excuse though. Don't like that excuse.
I don't, because he looks a bit of a deer in headlights when things go awry. Like, it's a little concerning, but he's still growing. I'm not putting it up. He's got the talent.
Absolutely. And
he's got the talent.
I would like to see him rush a little bit more. Again, that's you see flashes of it every couple games, but he had 1 rush for -1 yards. So,
yeah. Well, it's also when he gets out of the pocket, he keeps looking downfield, like he's preventing himself from scrambling, and then he ends up just throwing it out or gets another intentional grounding. Like, we have to make a decision right then and there.
What is putting this team in the dirt week after week is a lot of things, but the penalties are inexcusable at this point. If you want to do that the first 3 games, okay.
Yeah.
New team, new coaching staff. We got some young guys up there. I get it. But there has been absolutely no urgency to fix any of these mistakes, and that is just unacceptable from a coaching staff standpoint.
Oh, I agree. The coaching has been horrendous up and down. Would you like to hear our 3rd down conversion rate in the last 2 games?
Hit me with it.
We are 1 for 18 on 3rd down. The worst over 2 games in the NFL since 2011. Would you like to hear our last 3 games? 3 for 29, 3rd down. Also the worst conversion rate over 3 games.
We are getting to the point where we might be historically bad. Oh, I'm looking at it right now. We didn't convert a single 3rd down on Sunday.
That is correct.
People, I said this after that Carolina Panthers loss. People like us, we spend our time, we invest our money, we invest our time, our livelihoods, keeping up with a team that has given nothing back to us. In fact, I have something pulled up right here that, Big Cat from Barstool?
Yeah.
He comes out every week with a chart of his rankings, and they're like, it's like a comedy type thing. It's of just like different rankings.
About the rankings?
Yeah, of Super Bowl contenders, and it goes for, you've seen those before.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Do you know what he did this week after the Falcons loss?
Yeah, I do. But please tell.
in their own category. They're standing alone in their own category, and the category is their fans should file a class action lawsuit against the franchise. At some point, we deserve some sort of emotional compensation because this is getting so out of hand.
I saw a petition yesterday to fire Raheem.
It's funny because, if this was college and we had boosters, this guy wouldn't have lasted 3 games. He would have been Zach Robinson. All of them would have been paid out. Say goodbye. We're going to do something completely different. We got to start from scratch. The thing is, I think we have about a 7% chance right now of playoffs. So,
yep.
Which, it's not over till a fat lady sings, but we're getting dangerously close to. And, it's probably going to happen of getting statistically eliminated from the playoffs, which is crazy because I don't remember the last time I had so much hope coming into a season. And seeing what we've gotten so far is just,
it's really frustrating. It's super frustrating because you see it on the field. You see the talent. You see the promise that the team could show.
Yeah.
But somehow we find a new way to lose.
Every week. Letting Daniel Jones completely untouched, unscathed run for 18 yards, make it 4th and 2, and then have Tyler Warren go to the side and catch that ball to convert for 4 yards to get them into field goal range.
That's rookie of the year. That man is a baller.
Given, sure, but we didn't. It's almost the fact that we didn't practice for Jonathan Taylor at all. You could.
Oh no, yeah.
It doesn't look like we prepared at all for Jonathan Taylor. Which
255 rushing yards.
Which, don't get me wrong, the Colts defense has had glimmer of shine, a lot of glimmer this season too. I've been watching some Colts games, and they're keeping them in games. That defense is good. Their pass rush is amazing. Their pass rush is getting to the quarterback, as we can clearly see. Don't know if that's our offensive line Michael Penix problem or they're just that good. But they had almost no. You give Penix the opportunities, and he's getting Drake London that ball. However, he's making those simple mistakes of that you see from technically a first-year starter quarterback that's really just not driving us home.
Yeah, and when the news came out of Buckner being out for this game against the Falcons, I had a really high hopes of us.
Not to mention, sure, they got Sauce Gardner, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. In my opinion, Sauce Gardner has fallen off completely after his first 2 years in the league.
I don't care who you put up there. You're going to Drake London Island. I don't care. That man is putting everyone in a bag right now.
His 2-point conversion, he caught that and he dusted them.
Dropped it. Gave him the ball. He said, "Here you go."
He goes, "Oh, are you looking for this? My bad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
It's we're 19th in the league right now at a 40% rate of giving people 3rd and longs. If you are 3rd and long, you have a 40% chance, which 19 is actually super generous. I thought this number was going to be a lot higher based on the last couple of games that I've seen. I can't watch 3rd and longs anymore because I'm like, you're probably going to get it. We saw that with Drake May too. Drake May, we had no answers when it came to him and Stephon Diggs.
No.
Or Demario Douglas is balling on us. What's up with that?
I know. It's the Patriots have something going over there right now, but
they are cooking. Shout out to them. They beat Tampa Bay, so that was good to see as well.
Yeah, but it's tragic. You can't be happy that the entire NFC South lost when you lost too. So, it doesn't really help.
We'll touch on that a second because not every NFC South team lost. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing. I see where you're going with that.
We'll go into that.
The right teams lost.
Right. We'll go ahead and get into that actually in a second here. I just want to hear final thoughts. I could ask you, where do you think we need improvement? But I guess you could just check every box.
Let me give you this that dropped today. Michael Penix came to the podium.
Oh?
Reporter asked him, "Who do you rely on when you're out there on the field on the sidelines?" He didn't mention a single person. He said no one. He said he goes to his high school coaches and they give him his reward. If that does not show what leadership, I mean, there's no leadership on that team. Leadership impacts everything. Everything.
That makes me so upset. That's
kind of
so
what
ridiculous.
That's why I said it gives me the Caleb Williams Eberflus vibes.
I mean, there's no doubt about it that Zach Robinson's going to be gone after this season. There's just no doubt about it. We might not fire him mid-season. If we don't, and he miraculously makes it to the end of the season, we're not seeing him in the 2026 season. There's just no way.
Well, you know what's funny? The last two head coaches, Arthur Smith, fired after the Panthers' loss at home. Dan Quinn, fired after the Panthers' loss at home. Who do we have this week at home? The Panthers.
All right. Let's go ahead into Let's go into our Week 11 preview real quick. We could sit here and talk all day about how, it's especially sad for us being German citizens and having German heritage, telling our cousins, like, oh, our favorite football team in the world is going to be playing in y'all's country. That's so cool.
I mean, I was going to be there.
Yeah.
And
if there's no doubt in my mind, we would have planned a trip if we had a winning record. If we had a winning record, there is no reason we wouldn't have been there because that would have been an amazing trip.
100%.
But there's not more we can even say right now because this team is just so frustrating, let's go ahead and to see what this week holds for us as we host the Carolina Panthers, who have been hot, but they got extinguished this past Sunday. So let's talk a little bit about that. I mean,
the Saints might have found themselves a QB.
I didn't watch much of that game, but I was with a Carolina Panthers fan. He grew up in North Carolina his whole life. He didn't watch the game. He was too hungover. I was in Vegas, but I'm watching those games. I'm watching those 1:00 games at the sports book. And I'm texting him, and I'm like, hey, are you awake? No response. It's the same day we had to get ready for a wedding. Yeah. I go up to my room, get ready for the wedding, come back down. He's in the lobby, and I was just like, hey, buddy, what about that Panthers game? He goes, oh, yeah, I haven't checked. He was so excited, light in his eyes. He goes, oh, I haven't checked the score, but, I'm sure we did good. I go, dude, no. I had the biggest shit-eating grin on my face, excuse my language, but I looked at him, I go, you guys lost to the Saints. He goes, shut up. He goes, no, we didn't. I go, look up the score, buddy. He looked at the score, and he just couldn't believe. He was like, he couldn't believe it. And, I only say that in a laughing matter because, one, we got murdered by the Panthers, and I've already been skeptical in the past couple of weeks that I thought we had an easy chance to sweep the Saints because, we hate the Saints. We absolutely hate the Saints. Yeah. And I thought we were going to have that opportunity to sweep them, and it shouldn't be an issue. Now I'm getting a little bit more worried after this past Sunday.
Yeah, if Rattler was still in, I'd be licking my chops. But the QB they switched to, he shows some promise. And I just want to give a quick shout-out to Olave. Good for you, man. 5 receptions, over 100 yards, a touchdown. That man's been in the medical tent damn near every game.
Wait, it's almost week 11, and he hasn't had a concussion yet?
Oh, I'm sure he has, but I'm just saying it's nice to see him have a game.
I'm actually I'm very shocked.
Yeah.
Do you know I feel bad for not even researching this, and I feel like this is going to come back to bite me if they end up beating us, not just once but maybe twice. I don't know this new Saints quarterback's name. Is it like
it's Shao, or it's pronounced something interesting. It's Tyler Shao. That's his name. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but that's how you say it.
I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but that's how you say it.
That's how I'm saying it.
That's amazing. That's hilarious.
It came from Louisville.
I knew that. Yeah. So you said he looked pretty decent out there. I mean, that Carolina Panthers passing defense is pretty legit.
Their defense
it's pretty legit.
They've been all right this year.
Yeah.
They've helped some teams.
Yeah.
But they look
crazy.
like they just put him in the game, and they said, "Let it fly, man." And they just let him do his thing.
So I was listening to some people at the sports bar talk because I was in Vegas and you probably saw that horrific Thursday night game with the Broncos.
Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah. And
Snooze fest.
the guy I was talking to was a Broncos fan. And he goes, they didn't practice at all. They just ran their regular game script and the regular plays that they have already marked up, but they didn't prepare at all for the Raiders. And I go, what makes you say that? He goes, they have the Chiefs next week. Why would they give any plays out or give any good tape to give to the Chiefs to watch the week before? And that got me thinking after seeing the Panthers lose. Why would they, if they have the opportunity to sweep the Falcons and come at home and beat the Falcons, go ahead, just let it fly, trust your team. Hey, go out there. And they ended up losing. They probably didn't think they were going to end up losing from that, right?
Yeah.
But there's a good chance to where they were like, hey, man, we're going to practice like a couple good plays and we're going to run that. They basically ran the same 7-8 plays and just stuck to one game script that wasn't really working for them. But at the same time, maybe this was their, I'm just, putting my tinfoil hat on and being a conspiracy theorist at this point because that's the only way I can cope with any of this. But I think that's a really good point. Like, why would they go ahead and pull anything out of their bag of tricks if they know they have the Falcons and they hate us?
Well, I will say the slander online has been egregious between Falcons and Panthers fans this year because the Aints know they're the Aints this year.
The rivalry, sorry to cut you off, the rivalry for the Panthers and the Falcons has been very dormant the past,
it has
5-6 years.
Yeah.
Ever since Cam Newton left, ever since Matt Ryan kind of started falling off near the end of his career. But it has been very dormant, but this year, you're 100% right. It has picked back up in full throttle, and man,
big time.
I mean, that 30-0 was their Super Bowl at that point, but now
100%.
But now they beat the Packers, and now they're the fact that they're actually good and decent, and they're ahead of us by what, 2 games now, 1 game maybe, I can't remember, 2.
Yeah,
I think I really do think that was their game plan, man.
Yeah, they're 5-5, we're 4-6. So we need to win.
We're 3-6.
Sorry, 3-6.
Yeah,
but I mean, they beat the Cowboys, they beat the Packers, and they got smoked by the Bills. But I mean, shoot, the Bills was our Super Bowl apparently this year.
Yeah,
the way it's looking.
Go ahead, Arthur Blank, hang the banner up for that game because that's the best we're going to be doing probably all season.
The next 3 weeks will be very telling. If we don't win the next 3 games, I think someone
has to get fired. We've been saying this for weeks now that somebody eventually has to get fired. Somebody has to be held accountable, and nobody's being held accountable. It's the same thing every week. Hey, we just got to get to practice. We just got to practice, a tough loss. Yeah,
find a way. We have to find a way. Let's call no timeouts.
We lose our first 2 games. Or we lose 2 out of our first 3 games, whatever. And then the only thing for accountability was, hey, Zach Robinson needs to not be in the call from the booth and be on the field.
Yeah.
What was that in the first place?
And he came down the field and played at Jaden Daniels Washington Commanders team, which was still closer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah, especially
when we beat the Bills and we thought, okay, the tide's turning. We got the Bills. We took them out.
Yep.
And the banged up 49ers, that was there for the taking too.
Yeah.
And we just gave that to them.
We let Mac Jones run first downs on us, which is that is just disrespectful.
On one leg.
On one leg. It's scary. We host the Panthers at home this week. We just saw what Jonathan Taylor did to us. If we do not prepare for the run game, because Rico Dowdle has been on a heater.
He is full gas right now.
All I know is Jesse Bates, I better keep that momentum up, and Xavier Watts and A.J. Terrell, just because we didn't have A.J. Terrell the first time around. Trey McMillan is that guy.
He is that guy.
I call him Trey McMillan because his first name I can't remember
Yeah.
how to pronounce.
McMillan is good.
He's incredible, and then you got Leggett as well, and Leggett's like certainly a good wide receiver in his own sense. It's the fact that their offense has been steamrolling, like has picked up momentum, and if we can't figure that out and understand that, then we truly are going to probably lose this game. Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson are out that door. And you know what? Let the interim head coach be Jeff Ulbrich at this point. Let him do whatever he wants. I know he doesn't historically have a great past as a head coach, but you know what? At this point, we got to switch something up.
Hey, Mr. Brian Dabble is out there lurking. I wouldn't mind that. He's a good coach. He's the wrong person that took the fall there, in my opinion. Should have been the GM for the Giants.
I also think
he's a good coach.
They've just been in so many games this year where they've had a significant
lead
and have blown
obviously, someone has to take the fall.
That's not his fault, but you also have...
When you give up 33 to the Broncos in the fourth quarter, yeah.
Well, he
the seat's hot.
He also has a now concussed Jackson Dart. He has a completely snapped ankle Cam Scadaboo.
Talking about somebody that's been in the tent every week.
Yeah.
Dart.
Yeah. And dude, did you see what the... not to get off track here, but did you see that they already announced Jameis Winston as the starter this week?
I did.
Shout out Jameis Winston. Love Jameis Winston.
Better eat a W.
Yeah, I forgot what a W tastes like over in Atlanta. What do you think? Well, give me a score prediction. Give me an idea of what you think we really need to focus on in order to even have a chance in winning this game, because it's so funny. If you asked me this question week before that first Panthers game, I go, there's no chance, like, we lose to them twice. Now or after that first Panthers game when we lost, I'm like, okay, whatever, it's a division rivalry game. Those are fluke games sometimes. This is terrifying that we can get swept by the Panthers right now, and I'm in full code orange.
So the defense is not my concern. I'm not worried about our defense.
Getting them rest is a concern, though.
Correct. The offense has me nervous. Actually, you know what this game is going to come down to? What ate us alive in the first game? Special teams. Special teams needs to get it together. The flip of field position is so crucial for our offense.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we were letting the Colts get past the 35-yard line almost on every kick return.
They almost ran it back.
Yeah.
On that game tying drive, they almost ran it all the way back.
Yeah. Brutal stuff.
Special teams. I'm going with special teams. And I'm going to give you I know you always say 24 is the number.
24 is the number in this household. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's rough, man. I think
it's a division game. I'm going to go
us or them?
Us. 17-10.
Okay. I don't hate that. I know I can't see us losing to them twice, but there is a world that happens. And I agree with you. I think this is going to be an incredibly low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a game of punts. We have one of the best. Pinion is one of the best punters in the league. I mean, because he's always getting practice.
I was just about to say that.
I mean, he's out there doing his. He might be one of the he might be one of the only people doing the most for his job on that.
Yeah.
There is a slight chance we can get Diablo back this week, allegedly.
I did see that.
Don't know. I didn't see him at practice on Wednesday. I don't know if he practiced today as we record on Thursday. There is a slight chance he comes back, and they're going to give him that whole mallet of an arm because they're going to wrap him up in the calf.
Absolutely.
Which I would love to see him get a nice fumble going with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think it's really realistic because I'm done being hopeful. I'm done being an optimist. This team has completely ripped that out of my heart. So in the real sense of this, I think this is a game we lose 20-17. I think we lose because of a missed field goal again.
Wow, dude.
Which is that special teams. Hey, relax. I'm being real here.
I know.
That is just something.
No, we got to get off the schneid here. 4-game losing streak. We got to take one back at home.
It's at home. If we lose to the Panthers at home, people are going to start demanding their season ticket money back.
I need to see the offense with a pulse in the third quarter. I need to see us with a pulse in the third quarter.
I understand we don't have a first-round pick next year. There is a very good chance we take a kicker in the second round next year.
Dude, when Romo started missing field goals, I'm like, dang, that number 8 pick should have been a field goal kicker.
Yeah, it's though that Romo sign, I was like, you're telling me there was absolutely no one else Also, my biggest issue with the kicking, we're going to talk special teams here, is we have our little golden German boy, Lenny Craig, in reserve for right now, and they said he needs time to develop. That man was kicking 50-plus yarders in preseason. So I'm trying to is it maybe
apparently every single kicker we have is trying to develop.
Gonzalez has been Zane Gonzalez has been in the league for a minute. I mean, he was on
Yes.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he got us a 40. It's just every week when we go into these games and we are in crunch time and we need a field goal to win. It is crazy that we don't from 50 to 35 yards. We do not trust any kicker we've had this year. We struggle.
It's scary. It could be the first quarter. If we're kicking a field goal, I'm holding my breath. And that should not be something that I have to worry about. Like, I want a Mason Crosby or somebody where I'm like, oh, we're at the 35. All right, we're good for 3 at least.
Dude, can we get Sebastian Janikowski out of retirement?
That's what I'm saying, man. Let's start that petition. That's the petition we need to start.
I'm just like, I mean, they signed the Lions. The Lions, they get their kicker hurt. Or is it the Bills? I can't remember. And they just call Prater sitting on his couch watching the game.
Yeah.
And he just,
the Bills.
Yeah. And he just comes up.
Like, I got one more in me.
Yeah. And he's just been electric. Why? Where's that luck for us? I'm so convinced the league doesn't want to see the Falcons ever succeed. Because how does that not work for us?
It's the curse, man.
Dude, justice for Younghoe Koo, man. That's crazy. Justice for him. I mean, I would much rather be losing with him as my kicker still, because he's a younger guy and he's got a lot in the tank, and his career percentage is a lot better than the last 2 guys we've had.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
So you're thinking 17-10, we're winning this game.
17-10.
All right, I'm locking it in at 20-17. I really am going to be scared.
Prepare to be shamed on Sunday.
Hey, we'll be watching it together for sure. We'll have to be sitting there clenching the couch and leaving the room during field goals together. So
yeah, doing the seance.
Yeah, right. Having to bring whatever that stuff is you burn to clean bad senses. But hey, man, I really appreciate you hopping on and being able to get this going and being able to talk. It's awesome to be able to talk with my older brother.
Absolutely, man.
Some good, sad Falcons football like we do in the group chat every week. But
we're hurt, man. We're hurt, but we're still here.
It's nice. It's like a nice therapy session. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel better already. I appreciate you guys for having me out on here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll go ahead and say this here because Kenny will be doing the second half of this show. So whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate you guys listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special.
So I actually hopped on here originally to record a solo segment. And as like an almost divine intervention level, Kraemer hopped on mid-first minute of recording this the first time. So we're actually going to be here together, which is very special because, as you probably got a double dose of Kraemer from the first half of this pod, we are now here together to talk a little bit about our 285 segment, what's been going on around Atlanta.
Totally unintentional. Sorry, I didn't mean to even hop in. I thought I could record the intro, but you were recording, and this is really funny.
This is more fun for me. This is more fun for me when you're here. It's not just like a Colin Cowturd show where he's just like talking to himself about his feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm happy you're here because I actually need your help. First thing we're talking about, which is big news in the Atlanta United world, it was actually very apt that you're wearing that beanie on a cold day here in Atlanta, is we got a new head coach. And not only do we have a new head coach, we have the former head coach of the Atlanta United who also won us a championship in season 1. And what I want to talk about a little bit, and Kraemer, you can probably add some light to this, but when I was looking up just more information about him as I'm becoming an Atlanta United fan, found out this guy actually has a pretty immaculate coaching record overall in his career. He's 266 in wins, 112 in draws, and 119 in losses. Before I let you explain that draws are probably not that bad, but not great, if you compare just wins to losses, this guy has a great number. Overall, it's a 54% win percentage, but really awesome job there.
Yeah. I think this is just a great example of anything any Atlanta sports team does where is if something is going a little too good, given, he started falling off at the end there where they had to we started getting rid of some players, and it just didn't seem like the players that we had kind of fit his coaching scheme, so we went away from him. But it's more the fact if something's not broken, don't fix it. But if something is working perfectly fine, Atlanta sports will figure out how to dismember it and make it an entire problem for everybody else.
Well, we give Rich McKay hell on this podcast. Is this an example of something good he did? He took over operations. The first thing he did was like, all right, we got to get the coach who was actually winning soccer matches, football matches.
Yeah, which is kind of, it's just so ironic. I don't even know if ironic's the right word for this, but it's just Rich McKay, I mean, it's this never-ending cycle that he does these things that gets him just a little bit of more time in his positions.
He's constantly just creeping over quota to stay alive.
He's like a really toxic ex-partner or something, or a toxic partner where you're with them and they're doing just enough to keep you staying there, and you're like, you know what, this person is good for me, but then they do things that constantly make you question their judgment and if they're the right person for you. So this is exactly that situation. I'm glad to see him back. We do have Guzman retiring, so it's going to be interesting to see who we get to replace him. I think we do have the guy that replaced him. Again, I'm kind of on the spot here. Was not expecting to hop in this.
No, you're good, man. It's really great that you are, though. I will be interested. I do know this about the MLS, which is this guy's coming over from Inter Miami, right, which won the League Cup and the Supporters Shield in 2023 and 2024. And as well, he became the MLS Manager of the Year last year. He had a player on that team that I'm sure we all know about. Probably heard about him. Pretty good guy named Lionel Messi was playing for Miami for some of the years.
That's the guy. That's the guy from New Jersey, right?
Yeah. It's exactly right. Yeah, it's actually Ronaldo's little brother. No, I'm kidding. I'm a Messi guy. I'm a Messi guy. That's going to spark some flame. I am a Messi guy.
Clip that.
I just said it to ruffle feathers. That's all it is. That's all we're doing is stirring the pot around here. But it's gonna be interesting because he's coming into a club that has a ton of youth, and a ton of pieces that can be great that need to be developed. So it's like he seemed to did it. He did it because he joined a team that had no development together. It was a brand new team in 2018 and won a championship. So very interested to see what goes on here, and very excited about the move. It seems like an actual positive for Atlanta sports.
Yeah, I mean, if this is, you want to talk about, Atlanta sports teams doing things in the offseason, this is one of the more positive things I've seen an Atlanta sports team do in a very long time. So it's awesome to see Atlanta United kind of hitting the reset button, especially after the abysmal season they had now, hitting that reset button and just going, hey, man, it's time to get back to basics. Let's get somebody who's experienced, has a winning coaching record, that knows what he's doing, to get these young guys developed and get them working together and get more chemistry as a team.
And forget the basics, man. Let's get back to winning. That's what it seems like it's a push for, which, I mean, nobody can be mad about that. One quick thing because I know you guys, you and your brother had a good 40 minutes. Don't want to drag this out too long. I want to get to something that we're going to talk about a lot next week. Connor Beecham's going to be coming back on to talk a little bit about these Hawks. Right now, Atlanta has the second hottest team in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks are on fire, and if you're not paying attention to the Hawks, you've got to start tuning in rapidly because they are tied for second in the Eastern Division, and I believe they'll be tied with only 3, maybe 2 teams after today and tomorrow. But after losing to the Cavaliers, beating the Magic, and then losing to Toronto, we are now on a 4-game win streak without Trae Young. That says nothing, but Trae Young is still an extremely talented player. I see a lot of really fake Atlanta fans really crapping on Trae Young right now. That's crazy. Because what you should be saying is, with all of this talent playing so cohesively, if Trae assimilates like we know he will back into this roster and makes it about assisting and setting up these players like he's already taken the leap in the past year of doing, we're looking at a championship contention team. I mean, if this keeps up, if you can't hear that, I'm knocking on wood heavily right now. But these Hawks are a blast to watch, man. Jalen Johnson is no freaking joke. In his last game against Utah last night, 31 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists, and 7 steals.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's never been done in a game.
I saw something this morning. I can't remember where it was. It was somewhere on Twitter, but yeah, I think there was something that I think it has never been done in the history of the NBA.
Right. So you have that on top of Onkongwu scoring 32 and making 8 threes.
Yeah, the Hawks literally tweeted that out. The only player in NBA history with this stat.
That's crazy.
That 31 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists, 7 steals. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And that's a night, man. And you would think everyone else would be averaging or scoring 15 points as role players. Big O had 32 in his career high and made 8 threes. When you have your backup big man, who in all respects, in my mind, should be your starting big man at this point with what he brings from the offensive and defensive boards as well as how he can extend right now. And he comes in and scores 32 and makes a career high and absolutely mind-blowing number of threes. 8 3-pointers is unbelievable. I don't even know if I like how many 3-pointers he's shooting because of how effective he is on the glass, but if he's going to be making them, feed the guy. That makes this a road trip sweep. And beating teams that people are talking about being leaders in the West with the Lakers. And you can say and cry me a river about how LeBron didn't play and all that. In that game, we didn't have Trae Young, Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, and someone else who I'm missing. It was basically the Dyson Daniels and Richiche show. And everyone who's hating on that kid, he's playing out of his mind as well. The youth in this team and the cohesiveness among guys who are not stars yet, we will be talking about Jalen having a max contract when his time comes. He is a stud.
Absolutely.
This team, the sky's the limit. And me and Connor are going to dive into it a little bit more for a segment for next week.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, that's what's going around Atlanta. The Braves are making some trades. They're moving through some off-season stuff and signings, which so far, there's nothing too exciting. There's rumor mill speculation about a huge infield piece as well as a very monster pitching play, which will not happen because we're the Braves and we refuse to spend money. Even though we're saying we want to be a top 3 spend, that jump from where we are at between 8 and 5 each year to top 3 in spending is a big gap. And that's hundreds of millions of dollars we're talking.
You know what rumor I saw, which I thought I was like, there's just no way this would ever happen. But allegedly, the front office has reached out about Kyle Schwarber.
That's one of the very big bat pieces we're talking about. If Kyle Schwarber was a Brave, dude, I would forget all the pain he's brought me, and I would absolutely reach him. And the reason that Kyle Schwarber is being talked about so much is because inevitably we're not going to have Azuna, which is fine with me after all the drama and issues he's brought to the program. It's been funny to the Azuna from the Braves memes. It's been a great time with Azuna. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna miss the memes from him.
Appreciate your Triple Crown moment in the Mickey Mouse season that the Dodgers claim, which wasn't a real season. It's not a real ring. But Kyle Schwarber is a guy who immediately comes in and not only fills the gap but exceeds it. So there's a lot going on in the Braves. If they're really talking about contending for an NL East championship again and being in the top rung of the NL, we're going to have to spend money because guys are getting injured. We got Chris Sale back. He re-signed. That's great. Ozzy Albies has been extended on the club option.
Mm-hmm.
The core is obviously there. Matt Olson, Acuna, big country over there on third base. We have a strong core. Strider's going to have to make sure his elbow is not made of fiberglass. We're going to need him to stay healthy. But everything's looking good for the Braves if they'll spend the money. We've had hope in off seasons before and been super let down. We're not trying to play Moneyball here in Atlanta. We got the cash. Let's go spend it.
I don't think at this point, after the season we just had either, I don't think they have the option to skimp on anything. They need to go out, make these big moves, and I mean, Kyle Schwarber jerseys alone will go ahead and make up. Like,
I'll be buying one. I'm not kidding you. I'll absolutely be buying one. I've bought a new jersey for almost every Braves season. I love the Braves. They're like my childhood team. Like when I think of any other team, it was watching Braves games with my dad.
Yeah.
Great memories of that. And yeah, I've had a Freddie jersey that I keep in the closet buried away. I don't have it in me to give it away or turn it up, even though I hate looking at it. Acuna, Ozzy, we got him.
Yeah.
This year is going to be Schwarber if we get him. I'm for sure going to get him.
I've been super skeptical on buying jerseys of just any player from Atlanta since when we came out with those new jerseys back in, I think, 2021, 2022.
The City Connect blue ones?
No. The new Falcons jerseys that we that we got. And I was like, you know what? These jerseys aren't bad. Went ahead and ordered me a Julio Jones jersey, and we traded him before the jersey got to my house. So
wait, hold on. You didn't order that god-awful red and blue.
No. The one that looks like
I'm sitting here like, how did you think that was cool?
Yeah, and you know what's funny? We came out with those jerseys. I think we worn them maybe 3 times, and then you never saw them again.
Yeah, because they got so much backlash. I honestly thought they were like those like Thursday night color wave. Like, remember when they were doing that? The ugly uniforms, basically, is what it was.
Dude,
and the only team that looked cool was...
Yeah. Our colorway jerseys were those red ones with the black numbers. I mean, they weren't terrible, but I'm interested to see those Nike jerseys that those competitor jerseys that we possibly might get next year. But yeah, that's my reason on why I'm skeptical on getting active player jerseys because.
Well, like who would you get right now for the Falcons? Because like there's so much up in the air. Like I guess Drake London.
Yeah, Drake London, 100%.
Or Bijan.
A white Drake London or a white Bijan jersey would be sick.
Dude, to have the combo of a white Drake jersey and a black Bijan throwback.
Yeah,
I think I'll put this on my Christmas list. You know what I really like about the Kyle Schwarber thing is they're going to make those sizes in like triple and 4X because the big boys are going to want to wear the Kyle Schwarbers too, and that's what he's wearing on the field. So
yeah, that's what I'm gonna need. I don't like the way I look in baseball jerseys. I don't know why.
Oh, it's tough, man. It's because they're a little bit short too. They don't sell them long, like when they tuck it in. So like my little belly is just poking out, and by little belly I mean grown man belly. Yeah, I really am. I'm gonna do some digging for everybody listening to this. I really want to learn more. I've been loving watching the Canes bounce back for hockey. I know they're not an Atlanta team, but it's one of our close teams. We don't have a hockey team. I'm going to do some more research and see if there's anything developing with the hockey side of things because this city needs it. And maybe when I say the city, I mean myself. But, dude, hockey is so electric. It's so much fun. And we already got a guy, shout out Reed Ferguson. I don't even know if he listens. But if he does, he's going to be getting invited on here. He's a hockey nut. And I know there's no bigger advocate for us getting a team back than him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. We got anything else with anything going on around Atlanta?
No, I think we covered it mostly. Didn't look up at I think Dream or chilling in the off season here. They're hanging out.
Those girls are in Cabo. They're getting their tan on.
Yeah, well, they don't. I don't even know. I don't know if the WNBA pays them enough for that. They might be like in like Disney World on a sponsor trip through ESPN.
I will say that not so much Atlanta Dream related, but WNBA related in general. There is a new league being started in America as well, where it is Saudi money backed, where they are starting to pay. They're starting to pay WNBA players like millions of dollars, and it's more in the. It's been very controversial. The the player right now, I can't remember her name. She's on the Seattle Storm, but she's the head of the Players Association for them, right?
For the new league?
For the WNBA. She's
Okay, gotcha.
And she has been offered a 7-figure deal to leave. And it's huge because she is like the president of the Players Association. So
here's what I like. Here's what I like and I don't like about this. And I'll tell you right now, don't like Saudi money being involved when it comes to leagues in the United States. That's the negative. Positive, though, is I'd love to see the WNBA not be attached to the NBA for multiple reasons. One of the main ones is the WNBA, no matter how you paint it up, is a cost drag to the NBA. It takes money away from it, and that's not fair. I don't understand how the money works in that system because, like you've said, when you go to these games, they're actually like packed.
Yeah.
So if the women can go do their own thing under a new banner and make their own money and get paid that money, then they deserve to get paid that money. Like go do that and do that separate of the NBA, which is going to be focused on the NBA product, which I actually think that would be better for the NBA as well too. So in my eyes, I wish it wasn't Saudi money, but like if women can get their spotlight, have all the marketing money focused on them and get them paid more, while simultaneously the NBA then dumping that money back into the NBA, I don't see how this is a lose-lose for anybody as long as we can get over kind of like the PC conversation of like the WNBA not getting canceled but moved. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no,
100%. You don't want it to sound bad. I'm sure Adam Silver doesn't want to look like, oh, I lost the WNBA, but like at the same time, like, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I could see positives from both sides.
Get them under the shadow of the NBA. And get these girls paid. Let these girls make some damn money. I mean, for the amount of travel that they have to do, I mean, they spend, their season is 5-6 months almost. I mean, that's training camp, like all things given. If you're making $100, if you're only making like $150,000 a season, and you're
being taxed in every state you travel and play in too. Like the taxes are ridiculous too.
And you're forced to live somewhere like in Los Angeles for the LA Sparks. I mean, come on, that's not a livable salary over there.
No, good luck.
You're trying to support a family. That's not reasonable.
No chance. You'd have to be a star who has all the backing from different deals you've signed as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you're not somebody that's going, like, being put on the internet almost every single day by ESPN because they like to do their token.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, dude. It's like that's who I hear about the most. I hear they're not even top, 10 players. Either of them is what I hear.
That might get people angry.
That's just what I hear. I mean, there's people who apparently ball out all the time who are not getting the attention because there's not like a beef. I'm tired of selling the beef. I'd rather see the talent. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree.
So go show me the talent. Don't have to rely on clicks for money. Get the girls paid. Get out of the NBA so the NBA can pour that money back into the NBA and be successful, especially with all the crap they're doing with like the in-season tournament, which I still don't understand. Maybe Connor can explain it to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's it, man. That's 285. That's everything back. I'm sorry I talked so long. I just got excited being on the air with Kraemer. I'm not going to not talk about the Falcons, by the way. This week was just very chaotic. I don't know if you mentioned that in your segment, but Kraemer and I were both – he was traveling. Then I had a sick kid all at the same time, like in different patches of the week. So getting this together has been a struggle. I appreciate y'all hanging with us. Next week we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, life happens. We're not perfect. Life gets in the way sometimes. But you know what? By fate, we somehow hopped on the software today, and we're recording at the same time. And, that's destiny right there if I've ever heard it.
That's right.
It's
go ahead and take us out here, Kraemer.
Yeah, hey. Thank you guys so much again for listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. And whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate having you guys.
Rise up, baby.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Peachtree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hawks soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.